It's happening again.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor. This is Raz. This is Dan. Why don't I know about this? And who else does?
Very odd.
I can't help feeling that some of this is my fault. Run for your life!
Maybe we should have broke that to you a little bit more gently.
Hello and welcome to the late night edition of Who Watches Who After Dark. I'm Matthew and I'm joined by...
Yes, hello, I'm Scott. It's very late. It's like 11:10 at night. Wonderful.
It is. Yeah, it is 10 past 11 at night. The latest we've recorded, I was honestly so close to going to bed before Doctor Who decided to release the trailer, because we are... now, 2 weeks away? Almost exactly 2 weeks away.
Yep.
To the release of season 13 of Doctor Who. Doctor Who Flux, as they've branded it. And they were like, oh boy, we should probably release a trailer. And they did. And it's a minute long.
Like, releasing a trailer at 11 o'clock for like a children's show isn't good marketing, is it? It's very bizarre.
Yeah, it's really strange. I was messaging a friend of the show, Ewan, about it, and he had the same theory I did, that it's 100% for American audiences.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was for American audiences. They've been awake for 5 or 6 hours at this point.
Yeah, no, but you want to get them at dinner time-ish, depending on where on the coast they are.
But you need the UK audience more. Like, releasing it for a UK audience is more important, I'd reckon.
True, but apparently Graham Norton's a very popular show. Maybe it's BBC's best rated show at the moment, and that's what they're doing. I can't really justify releasing the trailer at 11 p.m, but I'm trying my best here to figure out the reasoning behind it.
Like they could have released it at 6 o'clock and then also played it on Graham Norton. We could have done both for both audiences,
Yeah. I'm sure the trailer now will play non-stop across BBC for the next 2 weeks, which is good. But yeah, releasing the trailer this late in the evening is such a strange choice. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that with Doctor Who before.
Yeah, because I've noticed for the last couple of series, the trailer has been released a month before, but this time it's 2 weeks before, and it's way too late. People... especially at 11 o'clock at night, people aren't going to be awake to really see it trending on Twitter. And when they wake up tomorrow, most of the hype will die down. The only people really watching this trailer is the fans. And you need to bring back the people who've gone off the show. I don't understand what the point is. What's going on?
I guess, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. But I do kind of like maybe BBC is trying the Netflix model. Remember not so much modern day Netflix, because now Netflix market their shows, but before you see it with games at E3 now, where they're like, here's a brand new game, oh by the way, it's out right now. It's this sudden get the hype that the thing's suddenly out marketing, which is an interesting choice for your flagship show.
But yeah, we should talk about the actual trailer itself.
Yeah, let's break down the trailer, shall we? Let's go into it. So the trailer begins with a sonic screwdriver creating a sonic boom almost, which we see Jodie using her sonic screwdriver for maybe the first time in forever.
It's been a while.
Then we get a series of quick cuts where people are like, it's happening again, who are you? And we see the thing that we saw in the teaser where Jodie's like, oh yeah, I'm the doctor, this is Yaz, and this is the Liverpool man whose name I've forgotten.
His name is Dan. You and your names. Oh, Matthew.
There's just too many. Everyone should be called Matthew. Then we get a shot of, I don't know how to describe it. A series of alien spaceships. The the image that the BBC released the other day of an alien ship above Liverpool. It's like rows and rows and rows of those ships.
Yeah.
At like a construction center.
Yeah, I think those are Sontaran ships, but again, I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I've seen the Sontaran's episodes in 2008.
Yeah. And then we see like a man's skull, or it could be a woman's skull, turning to ash. It's a pretty. The thing with Jodie seasons, the effects are always outstanding, you know. So that's and some of the cinematography in this trailer is very nice looking.
Cinematography, yeah.
Cinematography, yeah, because you know it's almost Christmas time, so you gotta get your cinematography.
But yeah, the special effects look great overall.
The Doctor goes, "Why don't I know about this?" You know, building up the intrigue, and I think she's talking about the plot. Would be my guess.
or the show
BBC's,
itself.
It's BBC's marketing department when they found out the show's releasing on October 31st. Why don't I know about this?
But yeah, it sounds like it's going to go deep into Timeless Child lore, which I want. I want a good resolution to that storyline because it kind of got dropped last episode. Just she got out of prison and she was like, "No, I want to forget about it." And then
it could be interesting. It could be interesting if they're planning on doing like every Pandora's box where every race comes to attack, but they're all just after the Doctor to try and steal her regeneration power because they're like, "Let's all learn how to regenerate, please."
Yeah,
since you are the timeless child.
And that does work for a 6-episode arc to have all the monsters in it. Because Pandora Opens was just a fan servicey, just look at every villain standing around doing absolutely nothing.
It's a great episode, though.
It's a great episode for sure. But yeah, if you want to include every villain in a storyline, 6 episodes is the way to go.
Yeah, we see the TARDIS fly over water as a man looks over his shoulder, and he looks very concerned.
I feel like I recognize him. I can't tell who he is because the BBC don't want the guest star list to be released.
There was only one person I recognized. Besides the cast that's already been announced, like in the teaser trailer, how we got at Comic-Con even, the guy from Game of Thrones got announced. The only other character that I remember is, I'll mention him when we get to him.
Yeah, but I don't know why they want to keep their guest stars a secret. Like, if somebody sees a guest star they really, really like, that's more initiative to watch the show, and it's not a spoiler to know who's in it. It's very bizarre.
As we're cutting over people's faces here, Jodie goes, "And who else does?" As in talking about who else knows what's going on. We see a lady whose face I just don't recognize, but she's there. And then we see, as I think Graham Norton said, Chewbacca.
Yes, that's what he said, and I was like, yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah, it's you know, if you remember back to series 2 of Doctor Who with the cat people. Yeah. Now we've got the dog people, and it's a pretty fun looking costume.
We did have a cat person last season in Orphan 55 as well.
Yeah,
if you remember that episode.
I don't remember that episode at all. I remember very little. I'm going to be rewatching Jodie's stuff soon. And like this coming week, probably going to be binging it all in preparation. So,
but yeah,
I'll know all of the battles of Raxima, Flaxima, Maximus.
Love that episode title. It's fantastic. Mwah. We also don't know episode titles for this season either. Like, what are we doing?
Flux 1, Flux 2.
What the flux?
A man says very odd. And every time I've heard that, I keep thinking he's about to say ood, which comes in a little bit later.
What is that outfit? It looks very like Nazi-ish, doesn't it?
It looks more British military than Nazi, but it looks very World War II for sure.
Yeah.
We then see the crispiest Sontaran take off his helmet as he's riding a horse, and everybody is super excited about this Sontaran makeup.
I am fucking excited about it too. It looks very much like the original Sontarans in the John Pertwee era, and I think it looks great because it looks like he's actually been to war. Cause,
he does look crispy, extra fried.
Because I think the new Sontarans look too fresh. It looks like we're not intimidating enough. Whereas this Sontaran, you see all the scars, like his armor is all like rusty and all that. Yeah, it looks fucking fantastic. I'm excited. So we haven't had a proper Sontaran episode in like 13 years. It's insane.
Yeah, we then get a shot of the Ood, who are one of my favorite Doctor Who aliens of all time. I love the Ood. Very famously, I've mentioned it on the show before, the Ood were the first Doctor Who aliens to give me nightmares. They're just a fantastic alien. I love them.
I haven't seen an Ood episode in the longest time, probably like 2010.
David Tennant? Yeah, I remember... Maybe they showed up in a Matt Smith or a Capaldi episode in a cameo thing, but
Yeah,
I remember David Tennant's last series, they were in it quite a bit.
Yeah, there was that online short where a nude lived with Amy and Rory, and a nude is on the toilet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We see Yaz and the Doctor upside down as the Doctor's like, this is probably my fault. As we see some of those drone things flying around behind them that we got a look at in the teaser a couple months ago.
Oh my god, that was ages ago. Dear God.
Yeah, then we get a couple action sequences as the Doctor says, run for your life, as something shoots behind them. And then we cut to two people jumping over. One lady's face I can't make out, but the other person is, or at least it looks like, the guy from In-Betweeners, who we get a look at a little bit later, whose name I don't remember. But he played the tall guy on In-Betweeners.
Like I know that show, yeah.
A very famous show.
Was that a guy who was also in the increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's a show with David Cross, and one of the guys from In-Betweeners is in it. And I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Okay, cool. He's a good guy. He's a good actor. He's funny.
Yeah, he plays the dumb guy on In-Betweeners.
And he plays a really smart guy in Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret on BritBox now.
I wonder if he'll play an averagely intelligent guy in Doctor Who.
Well, it's Chibnall's writing, isn't he? It's a side character, so he must be average intelligence or below.
Then we get our first sentence that we hear, what's his name say?
Yeah, Dan, but we did hear him say stuff in the 20-second teaser of
did we? I honestly don't remember.
It was the whole breakdown thing where the Doctor's like, we need your help, and Dan is like, oh, Doctor, come over here, whatever. Fantastic lines.
Yeah.
You get such a great sense of who this character is, don't you?
Yeah, and, maybe it's just his Liverpudlian accent. I really struggled to understand any of the words he said when he spoke.
Yeah, same here. I might need subtitles for whenever he's speaking, honestly.
We see Game of Thrones man go, what is that? As like, I guess like ash or something starts rising over the sky.
Yeah, it looks like there's a planet and there's ash over the planet.
Mm-hmm. It just makes me think of the David Tennant episode where they burn the atmosphere.
What episode was that? I don't remember.
What episode did they burn the atmosphere? I think it's the Sontaran episode.
Okay, I thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Which would make sense if that could be what they're doing, actually. If the Sontarans are back, maybe they're just wanting to burn the atmosphere again. Then we see the Doctor and Yaz and stuff getting flung through green gas. It's, I think, the one effect in this trailer that looks a bit naff.
It looks fine. I don't mind it. I'm sure it will look better on TV.
And then it's more of what's definitely... the same scene as its green gaseous planet, and they're flying about on robots that are spinning and going all over the place. Then in my favorite shot of this trailer, it's an extreme wide shot of the Doctor on like an ashen planet. As a slender alien comes over to the Doctor and is like, our final fight. We've never met before, but this is our final fight.
He looks very much... The villain here looks very much like either the skeleton dude from He-Man or the skeleton dude from Captain America.
Yeah, it's like Red Skull and Skeletor had a baby. Yeah.
With some weird kind of crystals forming on the side of his face.
Yeah, his blue skin also reminded me of the teeth guy from Jodie's first episode. That's just what I thought when I looked at him. What was his name? Like Greg or something?
Tim Shaw.
That was it, yeah.
Greg.
Game of Thrones guy sees a bunch of, like, what are they, like ghosts almost? People wearing sheets flicker suddenly in front of him in a pretty cool looking tomb. And he goes, whoa.
Yeah, it might be nuns of some sort. It looks very nunnish to me.
Maybe. And then we get what looks like a better look at the blue-skulled villain. And he looks way worse in full light. It looked much cooler in the dim light, but in the full light, it looks a bit weird, with this like glittery crystal skull that they've got going on. Then In-Betweeners man goes, "Stay away from me."
Such a great sense of what the hell is going on, isn't there?
Well, you know that there's a lot of aliens and there's a mystery, and that's it. But I'm still pretty excited for this.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be all over the place, like a very time travel-y story. Because we then see a man who looks like he's wearing French Napoleon army uniform, like wave a sword as if commanding battle. And then people started playing Total War for a moment as a big battle takes place.
I presume that battle's entirely CGI, and it looks pretty decent for Doctor Who standards.
Yeah, it looks very good. And I'm going to guess it's maybe the final episode, the big fight at the end, perhaps, or it's just a random fight that won't play into the plot. It's going to be one of those two extremes.
It could literally just be the opening, because they said they planned to have the opening be like, it's just you're just missing something, like just open it in the middle of a story, so we don't know what the hell's happened beforehand, which is interestingly,
guarantee Big Finish is going to jump on that. Here's what happened before. Then Yaz starts talking. She says there's no point in being squeamish. We have the future to save, as we cut over a bunch of people looking and also get a look at the Weeping Angels for the first time in the trailer. Did we see them in the teaser? I think we saw one in the teaser. I don't remember that teaser.
I don't think so. But yeah, I didn't even notice the Weeping Angels in this trailer because they go by in less than a second. It's a blink and you'll miss it cameo.
You miss them. Yeah,
That's what I just said.
And then we see the Cybermen for the first time, and they're kind of a blend between the Capaldi, Matt Smith era Cybermen and the David Tennant era Cybermen. They've got quite bulky heads but slender bodies, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, I presume this is right after they became Time Lords, because that happened, remember?
Didn't they all get killed, though?
I don't remember.
I think they all get killed. I don't think these Cybermen are Time Lords. I think.
But maybe all the Cybermen are Time Lords. Maybe
that's
some happened off screen.
The Brigadier was a Time Lord the whole time.
Oh god, if they try to bring back a Brigadier, I'm just gonna give up on this show.
No, because he flew up into the moon and exploded.
like the Doctor's daughter.
Yeah, yeah. Then the Doctor's running through a swampy field, which is clearly taking place during that Napoleon battle, which could play into your theory that it's the start of the episode, where we see this big battle and the Doctor's just running through it.
There's also a lot of dead bodies, which is nice.
That's not Doctor Who if there's not death all the time. Then we get the shot of Liverpool man. My God, what is his name? Dan. We get the shot of Dan falling through the tube that we've already seen.
And then he falls flat on his face, and Yaz is like, "Do you mind?" There is a lot of falling in this trailer, or hanging upside down, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Like Doctor Who is a show I don't remember people falling before. Like here, everyone is just falling out of the sky.
I'm really looking forward to it. Looking at everybody just falling over. But Jodie says that they're running out of time, or they need more time. I think it is, which is it's a time travel show. It's a fun play on words. As then she falls into a purple endless abyss.
Jodie could also be talking about the marketing. We're running out of time to market this show.
Yeah. Yaz screams no, and then we cut to an explosion, which looks like the Sontaran ship things, does it? Yeah, it looks like it's the Sontaran ships that are exploding there, which is an interesting thing to put in the trailer. And then we get the reveal of the title, Doctor Who Flux.
Yeah, flux capacitor.
Fluctuations in quality.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this trailer, to be totally honest. It's hard to analyze it because there's literally just nothing, all out of context shots. There's no sense of what the story is.
Yeah, there's almost no story given to us other than there's some weird mystery, there's a lot of Doctor Who villains, and there's a lot of action, screaming, and falling over.
Yeah.
But what I was surprised by was the comments underneath the YouTube channel. Everybody seems really excited by this. Like, I'll read out some of the comments here because, like, when I saw the trailer, my reaction was, okay. I was almost more hyped before the trailer came out about this new series than I was when I saw the trailer.
Same here. You
but,
go ahead.
Mondas Productions said, "Oh my god, this looks absolutely astonishing. Ood, Sontarans, Cybermen, Weeping Angels, it's got it all. I am so excited. OMG, bring on the flux." Doka Chapman went, "The look of this trailer is giving me Big Finish / Titan comic story vibes, and I'm all here for it." That's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. Big Finish style. Which I guess because it's, it almost feels like there's no boundaries to the episode. Yeah. Where it's like, oh yeah, here's every Doctor Who villain, here's all the action, here's everything. There's no budget restraints here.
Like I will say this looks very impressive considering it's all shot under COVID restraints. I was expecting it to be a lot more indoor scenes, but it looks fairly impressive what we could handle.
Yeah, Captain TARDIS said, "This actually looks all right. I'll give it another chance. I'm rooting for you, season 13, which is my reaction to every season of Doctor Who." Ood and Neil from the In-Betweeners couldn't get any better, said Rogue 2. Like, every comment under the YouTube channel currently is very positive. It's got 4,000 likes to 152 dislikes. Like, it's, I think, the first time Doctor Who's released a trailer with Jodie in it that hasn't been spammed by trolls. I mean, maybe that's why they released it at 11 p.m.
Yeah, the only downside comment I could see is just somebody saying, "Oh, it's a lot of close-ups," which is a criticism of the past few seasons, which is a fair criticism. That's not ill-informed. It's not ill intent. It's a fair criticism. But yeah, yeah. People seem to be happy. I'm just in the middle. I'm like, like. I was hoping for some sense of what the story is or who Dan is. Like, give us something about the story.
Yeah, I am almost excited going into a new season of Doctor Who completely blind, though. Yeah. Like, we knowing nothing of what's to come is almost very exciting. And, I can't help. I always get excited. No matter how bad Doctor Who has been or was the series before, I always get excited for the new season. I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, new Doctor Who. Hell yeah, feed it to me. So I'm excited for the new season. The trailer didn't do anything to hype me up, but, I think I'm already pretty much at peak hype at this point for the new season.
Yeah, I think I would have been more hyped if I didn't already know the Sontarans and the Weeping Angels were coming back. Like, I've already seen what the new Sontarans look like because of Doctor Who magazine. We got a good look at them in there. If I didn't see that magazine, I'd be so excited because I love this design. But yeah, it looks good. It looks fine. It looks like Doctor Who. It looks fun. But it's just hard to get a sense of anything to actually talk about, what to grab from this.
Yeah, I reckon this will be Jodie's best season. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to put it out into the world. This is Jodie's best season coming up. This is it. Her definitive Doctor Who moment is going to happen. It has to.
It certainly seems like it's going to be a great season because I think because I just watched 2 episodes today of Jodie's season, and both episodes I thought there isn't enough time to establish all the characters in this. There's like 10 characters and none of them get anything really to do, and it just feels lackluster. Whereas here you've got 6 hours of a whole story, and it feels like you can tell a complete character arc between all the side characters, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. An interesting thing, they recently finished shooting Jodie's final episode, which was just her and Yaz. So Dan's going to die. He's going to explode. Chances Dan explodes at the end of this series have suddenly gone up.
No, I think John Bishop wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. So
interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And we'll have reviews on this channel.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
On /podcast feed as soon as we can get them done. Yeah.
But yeah, as we said, it's just so hard to distinguish what the hell's going on here because we don't know any of the guest stars. We look at them, but we don't recognize any of them apart from one. So that's a weird thing to not just tell people what the guest stars are.
Yeah, but the whole marketing behind this one has been really strange. But it's Doctor
Yeah.
Who. I can't wait.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good season. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we just turned a minute-long trailer into a half-hour podcast, so that's podcast.
Is this, yeah.
You got anything else to add?
I just apologize to anyone who's expecting like a proper analysis here. Just like, oh, look at this, we're on the planet Krypton and Superman is in the
That would be
background.
surprising. No wonder they're keeping everything hush-hush. Big deal with Warner Brothers went down.
But yeah, I don't think any of us recognize like most of the planets or shit like that because it's probably all new planets and there's just a lot of
It'll
fallen.
be the planet Exobalexum. The names of them are just one of Chibnall's weakest spots, but
I saw Taran on a horse. That's like my most excited part of the trailer for me.
for me it was the Ood, but yeah, can't wait. But I think that it brings us to the end of this bonus trailer breakdown. Not as exciting as I was hoping it was going to be when it finally dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's just because I'm tired,
Yeah, same here. I'm just...
Maybe I would just be more excited if I watched this at like 7 p.m. just after finishing dinner, rather than 11 p.m. just getting ready for bed.
because I've been literally just refreshing my Twitter feed for like the past 12 hours being like, is it going to drop at 11 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at 1 o'clock? I don't understand this marketing. It makes no sense. And I wonder if Russell T Davies is looking at this being like, we can't have this when I take over again. We need better marketing. Cause
I'm sure he's working. He's got quite a while before he takes the helm. So I'm sure he's gonna change everything. Because if you were in charge of Doctor Who, you would change everything again. So this is Chibnall's ship at the moment, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and it's gonna be a solid 6 to 8 out of 10 most of the time.
But yeah, we will be talking about the season like a couple of days after the first episode comes out, probably on the day of. We don't know, it depends on scheduling, but we're excited.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening to this Who Watches Who After Dark episode of the trailer breakdown. Next week is the conclusion to the Liz Sladen month as we're looking at the Sarah Jane Adventures. It's a very good episode, so look forward to that one. This has been Who Watches Who. I'm so tired. Subscribe to us and follow us. All the links are in the description. You get the gist of it. Scott?
If you want to send us an email, talk about the trailer, you can send us an email at whowatcheswhopod@gmail.com. What are your theories on the trailer? We'll talk about that in our end of show episode that comes out on the 28th of October.
Our monthly news this week is coming out the Friday before the new series drops. So if you have any series ideas, any excitement from the trailer, did you take something away from the trailer that we obviously didn't? Email us, because we will be able to read it out before the trailer drops. So if you've got any theories or anything, now's the time to shoot them off.
And just take care, and we'll see you again on Friday, I guess. Bye bye.
Indeed we will. Goodbye.